Hello, and welcome back to the channel. And I, I've tried to record this video several times. It doesn't come. It keeps coming out a way I don't like it. So I've decided instead of trying to make this anything other than what it is, I'm just gonna rant about PalWorld for a little bit. So I, I don't understand people. I don't understand people. Um, there's all kinds of stuff going on all over the internet, about why we should hate this game and why we, why it's such a horrible thing. And I've seen lots of videos about people screaming about, oh, they used AI to build the game. Okay, well, first of all, uh, AI is just the new buzzword that everybody uses for algorithms. Game developers have been using algorithms and or AI to build open worlds for since the beginning of open worlds. Like, do you think that some human or a team of humans could go through and place every single asset? Do you think they placed every single tree? Do you think that everything that is in this game was placed by a human? Do you think every tree that was placed in Starfield, or, I don't know, No Man's Sky, GTA, any open world that you can imagine, do you think every item was placed by a human? No, they weren't. They never have been. Okay, they have algorithms, they have paintbrushes, they have stuff that they can just kind of make this area wooded. This is heavily, this is light, freaking off you go. Okay, it, I don't get it. I don't understand why this game, because it's successful, people have to tear it down. And I understand why. I really do. I don't get it. Like, the guys are trying their best to do what they can. Right. And then there's like, oh, I and I just there's a vocal minority, and it is what it is. And then it's they used AI to make the artwork. Well, how are you going to use the? Yeah, if you may have done that and been like, oh, okay, I don't know how you come up with an idea to make that and generate AI to make that, but okay, sure. How do you make generate? It, like, really? Like, freaking, it's got a missile battery attached to my dragon. Like, it, okay, sure, AI did it. Okay, that is just the new buzzword that everybody wants to hate on. Same thing with like NFTs. Well, everybody wants to hate on NFTs because, well, they're NFTs and everybody hates them, and that's fine because NFTs were and still are the garbage of the planet. Um. Anyway, so like I said, I digress. I'm on a box today. I woke up in a mood. I, Basically, I love this game and I don't understand it. Then you have the people that are like, oh, well, they ripped off Pokemon. Okay, well, yeah, I can't deny that the game and the pals are heavily inspired by Pokemon. Anybody that says that they're not, isn't. But if heavily inspired by something isn't the same as ripped off Pokemon. And if you want to yell about how somebody's not using uh, their you know I don't understand. So let's look like another game that released very recently, that Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. That game ripped off the DC universe, right? So if we really want to get down to it, that company is using a different company's models to make their game. Okay, granted, they're licensed. They have permission to use those licenses and permissions to use the likeness of those characters and stuff like that. But it's not their assets. They're using somebody else's work to build it. So what's the difference? Because they gave DC a big fat check and a cut of the profits, that makes you using somebody else's work okay. and being inspired by somebody isn't the same as um, ripping them off, or an inspiration. Like, if we didn't have inspirations, we wouldn't have the ability for things to slowly build and get better, and you know for stuff to change, and stuff has to change and evolve over time. Right? Look at freaking Fortnite. Fortnite every freaking other week, and I don't play Fortnite. I have no want, need, or desire to ever play Fortnite. Um, and there's lots of people that love the game, and to you, I say, good on you. Have fun with your game. I don't play those games. I don't enjoy them. If you do, better to you. Um, but every other week, somebody's injecting a large sum of money into Fortnite so that they can make money, so they can, add Star Wars characters, or add Marvel characters, or add God knows who else characters that they added. Pretty much anybody that will give them any sort of money, they're like, oh yeah, we'll put your characters in there, because if they think that they can make money, okay, my inventory's full of garbage. Um, so what's the difference between Fortnite having somebody pay them to put their character in the game, right? Using somebody else's property, but because money changed hands, it's okay. And this game's not using Nintendo's or Pokemon's property at all. It's been, I'm positive if Nintendo thought they had the smallest step to be able to stand on, there would be lawyers involved. Nintendo has proven over and over again they will defend their IPs to the death, which they're more than legally, okay to do. So, neither here nor there. People just, for some reason, they've seen somebody, an indie dev that's succeeding, and they just want to just beat the crap out of them, right? It's just insane. And then and then there's the other one that they saw was the they took Craftopia's world, and I played Craftopia a little bit. I don't remember it enough. I need to go back and look at it. Even if this is the exact same engine, the same world, the same everything, but it's not the same engine because they moved to a different engine, right? So there was a lot of rework. But even if they did that, what's the difference between that and Rockstar and Take-Two using the same engine and the same set of stuff to make GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 6? What's the difference between that and Bethesda using it to make the same engine, basically the same everything, to make Skyrim, and then reskinning it to Fallout, and then reskinning it to Starfield? Like, I don't understand why it's okay. And obviously Starfield didn't do well. People weren't super happy with it. But why is it okay for a large AAA developer, somebody that we classify as AAA developer, to do things that, and then when an indie dev does it, people have to crap on them because they've made a game, they're jealous of their success, and I'm happy the game's doing well. I'm glad that the devs are getting some benefit for their hard work. Because whether they copied, if they took the world out of Craftopia and just copy pasted it over and just laid frickin' the pals over the top of it, that is still a gargantuan amount of work for 40 people. Gargantuan amount of work. Okay, now then let's get into, and I obviously, well, hell, I just logged into the server and just fell through the world. But there are bugs. There are bugs. But there's a thing right in the beginning when you start the game that says, hey, this is an early access. We're working on it. There's going to be bugs. We're sorry. Please report it. Let us know what happened, and we'll do our best to fix it. Oh, you had a problem with the effigies causing the catch rates not to work. What did they do? They patched it. That's how the game works nowadays. They have a lot of money wrapped up to it and to this game. They released it. I don't think they even remotely expect it to do as well as they did. and the game blew up. Why did the game blow up? Because even for early access, as early as this game is, version 1.4 now, even with all that, this is still one of the best games I have played in years. Years. And since beginning of probably COVID. So we have all these people that are just churning games out that are utter garbage, right? And then when somebody does release a decent game, people have to find some reason to tear it down, right? Hogwarts Legacy. Everybody had to tear it down because, J.K. Rowling. I don't give a shit about J.K. Rowling and her opinions. If you don't like that, don't do it. I'm sorry. Her thoughts and opinions mean crap to me. Okay? Just because you developed a world, you developed a world. Okay, that's great. Okay, but now the world's now, got its own life to it. So let it be its own life. Okay? And then we have games that come out like, I don't know, Gollum. I didn't play it, but everything I saw from it told me not to frickin' buy it. We have games like the Saints Row reboot, which I did play, and I spent a ridiculous sum of money on that game and played it for a grand total of, I think, 2 hours. Oh, actually, it was probably longer than that, because it took us 3 hours to try to get the damn multiplayer to work, and couldn't get it to work. Right? And now you have Suicide Squad, which I was really looking forward to, and held off picking it up because it did not look good. And I'm glad I didn't grab it, because I've had so much more fun playing this game than that one. And its numbers are showing that nobody's playing that game. Literally no one is playing that game. Right? So, like, I don't understand, these AAA games, and then don't even get me started on, Ubisoft and their freaking quadruple A freaking too big for their britches bull crap. We're gonna put a new branding on it so people will accept that we want more money. Like, dude, I get it. Game development is expensive. Everything in the world's getting more expensive. After COVID, everybody wants money, and especially with COVID happening and people needing more money, things being more expensive. The game industry and video games themselves made a lot of money during COVID. They made a lot of money during COVID. And the problem is if you don't continue to make money, then you end up having stockholders and that garbage. It's horrible, right? Because if you don't make more money than you did last year, then the stockholders think that you lost frickin' money, and they're not making more money on their investment, and then they frickin' sell the stock. Your stock goes down, and then you make less money. It's this vicious, weird frickin' cycle where people have to. It's horrible garbage, right? So the issue is that we have AAA developers that want to make more money, so they're going to start frickin' yelling and screaming that this game is, still in this or doing that, or there's some way that they cheated. The same thing with Boulder Gates 3. Oh, don't expect us to be able to do that, because that they just got lucky with that game. No, they worked their asses off. The guys at PalWorld worked their asses off. Now, are there stuff in this game that I'm not extremely happy with? Is it freaking, things that they could have done better, things that could be? Sure. I could pick this game apart, and I could get all angry about it, and I could go get my pitchfork out, and I could set some stuff on fire, but why? I'm just having fun with it. I'm just playing the game. That was my mom. That helped me kill the Memorist. My mom's playing this game. I'm playing it. My nieces and nephews are playing the game with us. Right? I built the server basically so my family could get on here and we could just play the game together and have fun with it. And we're having a blast. It's so much fun. And it's got, I care about this and about, the things I have in this game so much more than my inventory is still full. So much more than other games that I've played. Like it's just the game is well done. Now, will it change in the future? Sure. The developers have already said it. They've already put out a roadmap. They are freaking begging people to come work for them right now because they have more money than they know what to do with because they made a crap load of money. Okay. They're spending a crap load of money right now. And they are doing everything they can to try to keep this game where it's supposed to be and running and making people happy and supporting us. Okay. I think they should be commended for that. They shouldn't be commanded for it. They should be commended for it. They should be commended because they are doing their best to take the good faith that we're putting into them having helped us or make this game and continuing to build it and make it better. So now time will tell. I'm on the fence. I've been burned a lot. So time will tell whether or not, it's continued to get better and whether things, whether that faith has been is going to be misused or misplaced. But that's on me. I placed my faith in them. They didn't ask for me to do that. So I'm going to keep playing the game. I'm going to keep having fun with it. I'm going to keep having my friends in here. And we're going to keep playing on the server. And, it's as long as the game's still working and, we haven't found something else to distract us. I don't understand it. But so for all the things, they using AI or, pulling assets from their other game or stuff like that, like why does it matter? Everybody wants to be outraged about something. Everybody needs to freaking have some point about why that, I got all kinds of stuff here that needs to be picked up. That all this stuff about, they don't deserve the success because they skipped a part of the recipe for that success. Like, you can't have a good game because you didn't follow, the directions on the box. You went out, you colored outside the line, so you're a horrible game dev. What? Why? And a lot of this video, and like I said, I'm sorry. Like I need to get this crap out of me because I'm trying to figure out how to make videos for this game and what the best way to do that. And every time I make a video, this stuff just gets poured into it, and it's not a good place for it. So I decided I was just gonna make a video. I was just gonna freaking just flame based. Well, I guess people in general right now, because and I'm not saying the people that are watching this video are the ones doing this by any stretch of the imagination, because obviously if you made it this far into the video, you probably agree with me. But like I don't understand people. Like, a game dev gives us the exact thing we've been asking for. And our complaint is well, they used AI. Holy crap, dude! Everybody uses AI, and I've already said that. I know. Oh well, they stole the somebody else's IP, and they're horrible for that. Or, there's always some sort of reason explaining away the devs' success. Well, they cheated this way. We have to tear somebody down. We have to stand on their head and push them under the water so that we can explain how they succeeded and we didn't. Well, they succeeded because they freaking worked their asses off and freaking made a game and got extremely lucky with the game that people wanted to play. And when they got lucky, the internet did what the internet does, and it took off. Because people wanted a survival game where they could build bases, they could go out, they could go capture stuff, they could find stuff, they could, do dungeons, they could, oh wait, I can play with my friends, I can do whatever the hell I want to on the server, and I can play this game however I want. and they gave me a huge sandbox that allows me to play the game the way I want to, and not the way the developer has decided to tell me to play. Because I don't want the game to tell me, well, you can't play that way because we want you to play this way. Hell, I'm on a private server, so I have the bosses. I have all 5 bosses. I captured them, because, well, it's my server. I'll do what I want to. And we're having fun with the game. I get to play it the way I want to play it, and I'm having fun with it. My mom, my nieces and nephews, my friends, the people that are on the server, they can play the game the way they want to, and they can have fun. So hopefully the game will continue to develop. I'm going to continue to play it. If you don't want to play it, I'm sorry for you. Hopefully your day gets better. If you're still boycotting this game for whatever reason, I hope you feel better about it. But as far as I'm concerned, all the complaints, and I don't want to. I'm not going to call them all the criticisms, because it's not criticism. It's people throwing rocks at a game dev. It's people being upset because somebody did better than they did. And that is truly what I believe it is. It's people being jealous and upset because somebody else got something and they didn't. If you're a game developer and you're upset because PalWorld did well and your game didn't, do your research better. Put a better game together. Instead of making the game that you want, right? Look at what the world needs. Look at what players need. Listen to your community. Listen to the people that tell you, hey, don't do that, it pisses us off, and do something different. Instead of forcing us to play the way you want us to play, let us play the way we want to play. Listen to your community. And every community is different. Every game's different. Like, I don't want every game out there to be, a PalWorld clone. Unfortunately, 6 months or a year from now, we're going to have 15 PalWorld clones, because that's the way the internet works. But it is what it is. Anyway, I feel better now. I've got that off my chest. If you're flame basting PalWorld still, I love you. Like, keep screaming. Like what I think it was Howard Stern. There was some quote, and I didn't look any of this stuff up. I don't want to, because it's toxic and it pisses me off. But he said something about the average fan watches him for 4 hours a day. Number one reason was to see what he was going to do next. And his average freaking, person that hated him and wanted him off the air, listening to him for like 6 or 8 hours a day. And the number one reason was to see what he did next. Like, it's just, sometimes the bad publicity is still publicity. And some people are going to go buy the game. So if you want to keep watching the game succeed, keep complaining about it, because it's still publicity. And there's so much good publicity around this game and people having fun with it. It is what it is. So, but with that, I'm going to get out of here. As always, if you guys like the video, like it. If you don't, well, there's that other button too. Do what you got to do. You have your own opinions. If you have a question, a comment, or concern, please leave it down below. And then if you are not subscribed to the channel and you want to see more honest feedback about games, this is the place to be. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.